Hey DIYers, Dylan here with Alarm Grid. Today we're going over how to set up Chime on a Simon XT panel. So we have the Simon XT right here, above it is the Simon XTI. We're not going to be focusing on this one too much, so we just have that powered down. So our Simon XT, as you can see, is in a disarmed state currently. The lights might give it a little bit hard to see, but we are in a ready to arm state as well since the OK light is lit. When I take away our door contact that we've programmed, you can see that that light has gone out, indicating not ready to arm. So right off the bat, as mentioned, we do have a recessed door contact here. This is the TXE221. It's a Interlogix recessed door contact. I have it programmed to the system currently as our front door, and as you notice, when I fault the sensor, our ready to arm light goes off, but we're not getting a chime, nothing indicating the door is open or anything like that, besides the light going off. Light back is back on. So what we're going to do is set up Chime. So I have this set as the front door as an entry-exit door, group number 10. Basically that means that there is a chime option for this sensor. When you're doing programming and you have your sensor group list up, certain sensor groups will not have chime enabled at all. So this next feature I'm going to show you won't even show up if you only have those types of sensor groups programmed, but nothing that has chime as an option. So to get to chime, you're going to go use the up and down arrows to scroll. And there we go. We see chime is off. Now if you program this to a sensor group that does not have a chime option, you'll never see that option there. You can scroll through, keep going, and you'll never see chime as an option there. But we're going to go ahead and set that to on, and then status to exit out, and then we have a little bell icon here indicating that chime is on. I also have vocal chime enabled. I'm going to show you how to get to that real quick. So we're going to go into system programming. The default installer code for this panel is 4321. Then OK. We're going to go to siren options, and then down to vocal or voice chime. So voice chime 1 is actual description being read out, so front door. Number 2 is just a tone, and number 3 is another tone, more like a doorbell sound. So we're going to put that to voice chime 1 because I want to hear which exact zone is being faulted. And then we still have chime enabled. So let's go ahead and fault the sensor, and we should hear a chime along with a voice descriptor.
Front door.
There we go. So we have our voice descriptor saying front door. We have the double beep, which is the chime itself. And then just to show you real quick what it's like if we have voice off, go into programming, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go to siren, and then voice. I'm going to set that to nothing or off, back out, and fault. So same idea, you know, we get those chimes still, we don't get the actual voice saying it. So, you know, if you have a front door that's being monitored and you want to know exactly when or what door is being opened while you're not just looking at either an app or a camera, or the system, they'll say front door, it will do its chime. In this case we have the voice off, so it just chimes. But that's pretty much it. I mean, setting up chime on this is pretty simple. The main thing you have to remember is just when you're doing the actual programming for the sensor, just pick a sensor group that has chime as an option. If you look at the Simon XT install guide, it has a list of sensor groups right there. And then on the descriptions of those it shows chime if there is a chime option, and then it just doesn't show anything about chime if there's no chime option. So yeah, actually real quick just to show, let me set this to, jump into programming, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna go to sensors, gonna edit sensor, we have our front door here, group 10. I'm gonna set that to group 14, which is an interior door. And that has no chime option. So Let's see. There you go. So as mentioned, if you set it to a sensor group that does not have a chime option, you won't even see the option to enable chime at all. It would have been pretty much right there. Nothing there. We don't get the bell icon there indicating the chime. And then once I trip this, our light turns off indicating that it's faulted, but we're not hearing anything at all. There's just not really an indication that my zone is faulted. Now obviously you don't have to have chime enabled for everything, not everyone wants chime, but if you do want to be notified when the actual zone is faulted without having to check on the panel, if you're just in earshot, then having chime enabled is a pretty good solution, especially voice chime because it reads off the descriptor as well. So yeah, I mean, we do have more information about the Simon XT, the sensors, how to enable chime, programming. We even have the actual install guide, so if you want to look at those sensor groups, check out our website, www.alarmgrid.com. If you have any questions about the Simon XT, if you have one and you're interested in monitoring, if you just have questions about chime or anything like that, send us an email. Our email is support@alarmgrid.com. Obviously, if you did like this video, please like and subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified when we actually release more content. That way you guys get the most updated information. And yeah, I mean, that is pretty much everything. Hope you enjoyed the video. Feel free to give us a call as well if you need anything, 888-818-7728. My name is Dylan from Alarm Grid. Thank you for watching.